Welcome back. Another fortnight has passed, which means we have a new rotation of free assets on the Fab Marketplace. As always, to get these assets, what you need to do is go to the limited time free section, and here you can see the 3 assets we're getting this time around. And this time we're getting Little Dragon's Tiger, we're getting Sci-Fi Bio Laboratory, and Downtown Alley. And I want to make sure that you all get all of these assets this time, because holy crap, have you seen this? This is the most adorable thing ever. Anyway, to purchase these things, you go over to license and you make sure to get a license here that you want. The easiest way to get this is just make sure you get the professional one. It should cover anyone, pretty much anyone. Yes. So it's just easier to pick that one instead of a professional one. There's no difference in the license when it comes to uses for those that are applicable, but the professional one should cover pretty much anyone. So you get that, add to cart, buy now. You need to get all of these before the time of the next asset rotation, which is in 14 days, a fortnight. And as long as you get them for free during this period, you can use them forever in whatever projects that you want to make use of in the future. So let's dig deep into these assets and see what they're all about. So first out, we have the Little Dragon's Tiger, made by Mulber's Animations. And immediately you can just see that this is like the cutest little thing that you've ever seen. How this works is we have a bunch of different, well, it says realistic, but I suppose you could call it still sort of stylized, kind of a dragon hatchling baby sort of thing. But normally that would mean that it's sort of locked into a specific art style when you want to make use of it. The clever thing about this pack, however, is that it is not as constrictive as normally, because here you can see that we have realistic. So all of these dragons are using the same mesh, the same geometry for the character itself, but these ones look completely different. This one are poly art, as they have been denoted or annotated here. They're using the same mesh and geometry, but what's making them different is the material instances. So that's how they're making it. So they're essentially putting a different coat of paint on them, making them possible to be used in different types of art styles. So we have poly art, realistic, simple poly, and toon. And in my opinion, the toon one is the one that looks the most cute of all of them. But yeah, this gives the whole asset a lot of flexibility. So this is really clever in my opinion. So this is the overview map where we can see like all of the animations that are included in this. But because this is also another thing that when we get characters or stuff like that, we tend to not get a lot of animations. This is not the case in this time around. For this one, we get a lot of animations. I do believe that there are around 150 animations that were given. And you see there are logo motions, and there's action, and there's emotive things, and there's flying, and there's swimming, and there's death, dodge, attacks, all kinds of different animations available. And this is really great because this allows us to make use of the characters to their fullest extent and won't force us to have animations from other places. When it comes to animations for normal bipedal creatures, of course, you can usually just retarget them and make use of them as you need. It's a bit different when we have to use something that's not using the same skeletal composition as things we might have animations for. So yeah, all around this looks like a clever, cute, smart little pack that has a lot of viability in a lot of different genres. And yeah, I'm impressed. Next up we have the Sci-Fi Bio Laboratory by Project Seaman. So this is a fairly straightforward asset of 3D geometry, different meshes. So here we can see the demonstration level. We can see that this is a lab, as it implies, that is focused around research around biological parts. In this case, it's concerning fauna or plants and things of that nature. So you have this sort of laboratory office where you can navigate around and see what you can actually create with the assets that are entailed in here. And here we have a little bit of a larger room as well, showing off the capabilities of what you can create. So it's a cute little cohesive biolab prop for sure, but it's pretty straightforward also, so there's not really much more to say than that. Last out we have the Downtown Alley asset pack by Emran Arts. So I forgot to mention in the Sci-Fi Laboratory pack it had approximately 120 meshes included in the pack. This pack on the other hand have 50, and this is the demonstration level for this pack, so it's showing off what's on the tin, which is essentially a sort of alley of different meshes put together, showing off this sort of gloomy feel. So you can see everything looks like what you would expect. Pretty straightforward, pretty nice looking, but not the largest asset packs for sure, with only about 50 meshes like I said. It does have a bunch of different decals and materials and material instances and things like that, so you have some modularity when it comes to getting a little bit of a different feel as well. So yeah, there's some flexibility here, but not a lot, since there's a pretty limited pack in such. We can also take a look at the showcase so you can see what you actually get to work with. So here we get to see that we have the fire escapes and a car, some ventilation, some of the decals I mentioned, and some of the different facades for the buildings, and some trims and general small garbage objects as well. Some trash cans, boxes, and such. Anyway, that's going to be all for now. Hope this was useful. As always, keep on learning. Take care. A big thank you to all of you who like, comment, subscribe and share my videos, or through other means support this channel. You are what makes this channel grow and become a resource for other people to learn from.